After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 477. My name is Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome you all to the Foot in the Woman Cave. Today is Monday, November 1st, 2021, as we are recording. We want to welcome all new and returning viewers. If you are new, we're glad you found us. We hope you find something you enjoy and that you will return. If you are returning, we're always glad to have you back. And if you are in the shadows, either new or returning, please feel free to tap the little bell and hit the little subscribe button so that you can get notifications so that you know when we are up. And if you want to take part in all the alongs and, just kind of the general camaraderie and things like that, that happens at our home page. That is phnpodcast.freeforums.net. That's phnpodcast.freeforums.net. And we'll let you in. All you have to do is say you want to come in. Okay, want to make sure there's no bots. Okay, I guess that's...
You have more projects than I.
I do. Okay. In my chronically crocheting owl mug that she gave me, I think she made it for me. She had it made for me. It says I love crochet. And I have Rubio's Vanilla Chai, which is an Adagio tea. It's got it's a teaspoon per cup. I used more because I made it my maple latte, which means I have maple syrup in here and some almond milk.
Yeah.
And you use about half the tea, but you leave the strength the same.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get watered down with the milk. And so this is Rubio's tea, ginger, cinnamon, cloves, cardamom, orange, natural vanilla flavor. So that's this. And it's really good. And I'm having a blueberry, gluten-free, dairy-free cupcake.
And I'm having the same kind of cupcake.
Yeah, I made this so that Ty would have something to eat for Halloween.
And I am having, thank you, I am having Rubio's Vanilla in the same kind of maple latte. It's his, minus the chai, because I'm not a fan of chai tea. So,
TT?
I have
Chai tea is TT.
mine in my Crocheting Hoovian.
No.
Not Crocheting Hoovian. Why did I say Crocheting Hoovian?
Because-
Chronically Crochet.
Yeah.
Chronically Crochet crystal. Knitting bunny mug.
The cutest little mug.
So, this is so good. You haven't tried it without the chai. Now, I know I'm not going to try it because I don't care for chai, but you might like this.
Because I intend to get that. Well, it's not 10 anymore, it's 11.
Yes, it is November.
All Saints Day. Yes, that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm going to have to pick up more.
It's slightly different than this. This has more spice to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that makes sense because it's got chai. No, I don't care
it's
for
actually
chai.
no. I want to show you the color difference.
Oh.
The color's actually a little bit different, a little darker. Just
I
a
can't
little.
tell with the grain
Yeah.
glasses.
The other one that's really good with this is the maple creme oolong. Is really good because it brings out the maple with the syrup. But okay, anyway, enough about that.
Yeah.
Let's see what we have to talk about here. Did I miss anything? Oh, the Podiversary kits, or whatever you want to call them, the things that we're putting together. There's no pattern or anything, but the yarn in the bag and little things like that. The pre-orders are now closed. I haven't closed the thread yet. If between now and when I do close it, you see that it's open and you want to contact me and you want a bag, you want a kit, you have that window. As long as it's open, you have that window. I think I'm going to close it right after the podcast, though. So I have to get...
by the time you see this, it'll probably already closed.
But check.
Yeah.
Check to make sure if you want to have it. Because I want to get the bags out to Anne so she knows that she has to start making them, okay? Because we have quite a few to get her to make. So it might take a little while, but you have your
but
pre-orders.
It's a, I mean, it's the pot anniversary's not till May.
May, right. Okay. I had to have some of this because it's good.
It is good.
It's just a rendition of the strawberry ones. I like the strawberry ones better, but this is good too.
But as I told Dad, that's just because I like strawberry the flavor
Yeah.
better.
My husband flipped over these. He likes them better
But
than
he
strawberry.
likes blueberry flavor better. So that makes sense.
Yep. Okay. The PHN Christmas All Year Long Cal Lao 2021 is in the last stages. This is things that have to do with Christmas. And I'm going to read the rules for this one. And then as per usual, that the rules are basically the same for all of our longs. And I'll just tell you what's different. Okay? This started January 1st, 2021 and goes through December 31st, midnight, 2021, Eastern Standard Time. So if it's January 1st of 2022, it's done. Although if the thread is open, you can sneak something in. Just don't wait till the last minute because we've got a couple people who can close it at midnight on Eastern Standard Time. And I would hate for you people on the West Coast or overseas to miss it, or even Central Time and things that you miss it because you didn't get it in time. So closes midnight Eastern Standard Time, December 31st, 2021. Projects must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted. Previous whips are allowed but must be worked on during the along. Chatter and pictures will all be in the same thread. 1 whip per project per week, and the FO whenever it's completed. Or featured patterns, featured yarns. Any FOs in Franciscan Gypsy Designs patterns, my one pattern, Laura Concert's patterns. That's I think it's just Laura Concert Designs for her patterns. My yarn, which is Ladyford & Co. Creations, or Laura's yarn, which is Lollipop Girl Yarns. If you have that in a finished project, that's 2 chances at a prize for that finished project. If you have a finished project with the featured yarn and the featured pattern, then that's 2 chances at a prize, 3 chances at a prize for the along. You are responsible for the multiple posting. The hashtag is hashtag PHN Christmas All Year 2021 on Instagram. If an FO uses 50 yards or less, please post with another FO 50 yards or more. Another featured, I have the featured things kind of sandwiching that particular sentence. Operation Christmas Child or any projects going toward Christmas donations are eligible for 2 chances at a prize, such as the Pregnancy Center or something like that. Projects that are made in predominantly Christmas colors, which we are arbitrarily saying the Christmas colors are shades of red, blue, green, silver, gold, purple, and pink, along with white or cream, okay? So those are considered Christmas cards. Colors, you have a wide choice. I want to make it as broad as possible. So we put in what we consider Advent colors as well. Orange will not be accepted. Black, no. Those can be accents, but it has to be a majority of Christmas colors, okay? We have, for fourth quarter prizes, we have 2 prizes, and then we have a yearly prize, okay? And I have that in my head tentatively, okay? Now the Out with the Old Cal Lao, I'm not sure if it was this one or the toy along that Looney Hiker Pat caught the mistake somewhere down there where she said the hashtag
I think it was toy along
2020 on it. All the hashtags for our alongs right now should have 2021, not 2020. I must have been cutting and pasting and missed one. So thank you, Pat, for that. The Out with the Old Cal Lao is our end of the year Cal Lao that is designed to get everything off the needles. You cannot start anything during this time period and put this along. So if you want it in this Out with the Old, it has to be started no later than September 30th of this year. If it was started October 1st, it doesn't go here. It goes somewhere else. One of the other alongs, if it'll fit, or in the show-off thread. This is just to get those whips that you're making off the hooks and needles and looms if you want to finish them, as opposed to Frogium. So you want to finish them. These are where we finish all the things. No starts. And it's a 3-month long, so it runs October 1st through December 31st, okay? And everything else is pretty much the same. The featured patterns, featured yarns, everything like that is still the same. Multiple postings are still the same. The hashtag is hashtag PHN out with the old 2021 on Instagram. And we do have prizes. I just haven't decided what they are yet because we had some wonderful donations.
Yes.
The Toy Along, again, runs October 1st through December 31st, midnight Eastern Standard Time. And this one doesn't matter when you started the projects. Okay, this is just as long as they're toys. Okay, cute little toys. That's all we want to see here.
What if they're ugly little toys?
Sometimes those are the cutest. Okay. Let's see. Toys can be used as gifts, donated to charities, or put to whatever use you see fit. As long as you don't hurt them, you can even keep them. Okay. We just want to see
toy
them.
torture.
If you want to see someone's toys, look at Jodi's toys. She's got like a gazillion of them.
Yes.
Okay, they're awesome. And we have a lot of toys. I haven't been in the Toy Along that much lately. I've been trying to keep up here and there, but got sidetracked. I will try to make myself more present. Okay. The featured patterns and featured yarns are the same, but we have added some. Okay, so you still got Franciscan Gypsy Designs, Laura Concert if she has a couple of toy patterns. I don't have a toy pattern, but my yarn can be used, and so can Laura's. And then we have Bakery Bears toy patterns, Joanna Johnson's toy patterns, Mom Cook toy patterns, which are loom knit.
Did you ever verify if she actually does have toys?
No, but I'm sure if they have a toy, they know, you know. And then also Chronically Crocheting's toys. And I love seeing that Mr. Perzelot has made an appearance. I'm really excited about that. All right. So, and the multiple postings are for the normal, I can't think. The normal rules apply for the multiple postings. Featured yarn or featured pattern by itself for the finished object. 2 chances at a prize. The featured yarn and the featured pattern together in an FO. 3 chances at a prize, but you have to do the multiple postings yourself, okay? And this one is PHN Toy 2021. And it was Toy Tag. I got Toy Toy here. Okay.
I thought as much.
Yeah, and so prizes will be coming up soon. I will let you know about those soon. Okay. The only thing about this tea is that it cools real quick.
It does. That's why I got my warmer.
Okay, I guess I go first.
You do.
I hope you guys had a wonderful Halloween and
Yes.
All Saints Day.
We are the equivalent of Halloween Scrooges, and we turn off our porch light.
Yep, we don't do that. We are heathens. We don't do that. We do All Saints and All Souls. Let's see.
But Davina dresses up. She enjoys doing that.
Oh, we used to do the All Saints, All Souls parties.
I mean, she
kids-
enjoys dresses.
Oh yeah, the kids never suffered from it. They still got their candy and stuff. Okay. In my Ploverbird pink and purple teacups bag. Oops, I'm being attacked. Oops, it's a bunny. Miss Valeria for this game. Okay. In my Ploverbird pink and purple teacups bag is my Comfy Cozy Shawl project from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Zattel. And honestly, I think I worked on this during the podcast last time. So there's not a whole lot of progress made. I didn't do any knitting or crocheting until Saturday, I think.
Well, you were highly focused on dyeing this week, weren't you?
Yep. So,
Excuse me.
and all for that to figure out I'm going to change the yarn. Okay. So,
No, it's never waste when it goes.
no,
to the shop.
it'll go in the shop. So it's just, anyways, that's it. It's moving along. And I'm going to have you count again that thing I'm working on because I think I got it, but somebody interrupted me,
Oh, okay.
and I'm not sure if I cross out the thing. But see, this is it. I like it. It's pretty, and it's warm. This one's mine. Ty's got the other one that's got Mad Tosh in it.
Yes.
So that's what I have to say about that.
Okay, so for me, let me go ahead and bring up my show notes.
I want some cupcake.
My cupcake's all gone.
Is it?
Yep.
I honestly wasn't sure how I was going to like this when I was making it.
Well, I was surprised you kept saying how sweet you thought it was going to be, and I thought the Ashley strawberry one was sweeter.
Daddy said it was sweet.
Oh, okay. Because, I mean, the way whoever it was describing it, I thought it was going to be, like, so almost unbearably sweet. And I tasted and like, this isn't even as sweet as the strawberry one.
Yeah, it is. It's, the strawberry's a little more tart.
Mm. Okay, so in my Silver Shed USA Kitties in the News bag.
Stephanie's waiting for the story.
Let's see. I mean, everything's going to be a repeat at this point.
Right.
I just try not to repeat the same ones too closely after each other.
Right. Is there a good news one in there?
Let's see. Yeah, I think that this one could be a good one. Undercat Surprise Fans by Betty British Shorthair. Fans of the Dallas Catboys, so named because of their catty riffs with other teams, were surprised when center Shorthair threw a 50-yard pass this weekend and sent blocker Terry Tonkinese up a tree in search of the ball. It was the Catboys game from then on. No one's been in football as long as Coach Ralph Ragamuffin of Dallas, and he finally had to call off his Cats after an 86-point lead.
I don't think you read that one. I don't remember that one.
A good time was had by all, but the fans left a little confused. Yes, it has a little twice. Finicky felines like to see a good sportsmanship, and the Catboys continue with their standoffish behavior. So yes,
That's pretty funny.
the Catboys. And there you go, the Catboys. One of the Catboys.
Prima Donna Catboy. Okay, let me see what my
I'm
next
guessing that's probably Center Shorthair. I have to show my project.
Okay.
That's one thing about when I put a project in this bag. We get so caught up in the story, we can easily forget about the project within. So this is my Lake of Shining Waters, the Anne sweater by Joanna Johnson.
Make some progress on that.
Yes, I think I measured that I have like 3 or 4 inches maybe until I could start the ribbing on the sleeve because it's a long ribbing.
Right. Oops, that was my show notes.
So because it was a nice simple knit, I actually worked on this in the dark while we were doing the talk on Saturday.
Right.
I had knit on it by feel.
Cool.
So
Very nice.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to owning this, especially since I know that once I finish the sleeves, all I have to do is seam the pockets. It's not like I have to worry about putting in a zipper or
Right.
even putting in buttons. It's very simple. So, yes.
Okay.
But the reason I'm not working on this right now is I think I had to measure. And I don't really have a measuring spot in here.
A
While we
measuring
podcast.
spot?
A place to measure
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. It's not big enough.
Right, exactly. I also don't like to work on things that I have to measure while I'm on the podcast.
We gotta pay too much attention.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to finish this stitch real quick.
You're going to see a trend. Most of the projects, actually all the projects I worked on this week are simple. I kind of had a difficult week physically, so.
Did you get anything done with the doctor's appointment?
I did. I worked on this, which I'll talk about later.
I didn't get as much done as I thought I would on Friday because I'm not sure why I didn't get more done.
I didn't get a ton done because they called me fairly early, and most of the time was honestly taken up by having the Venus Doppler done, and that was very uncomfortable.
I bet.
Well, it doesn't it doesn't hurt, but I'm touch sensitive.
Yeah.
So every time she touched me, it made me jump out of my skin.
And I didn't expect you guys to get home quite that early, so I felt like I had a couple hours chopped off. I was just finishing up my first
You're like,
session.
darn them.
They didn't live up to their advertising about waiting forever.
Well, that's even with me having to call insurance to try to, while I was there, to try to get things fixed.
Okay, my next one is in my Knit for Brains Owl Teapots bag given to me by Laura Concert. It's a cute little bag. Isn't that a cute little bag? Where's my owl?
It's so cool.
Where's my owl? There's my owl. A little pink owl at the bottom here. Can you see him? He's shy.
Your one owl?
Well, there's more than one. Where'd he go? I don't know where he went.
Well, that one...
Oh, here it is. Right here. It's hard to see him. But anyway,
Hang on, I could position him better from my angle.
he's right there.
There he
Yeah,
is.
there he is. So that makes me happy. That's why Laura got this one. He's like, has owls on it. Okay, now, owls and teapots.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
And elephants can remember.
elephants can remember. So I worked on this a little bit on Sunday. So it's growing a little. It's very, very lightweight, as I've said repeatedly.
Well, that's because
But,
it is a pattern that is made for a worsted weight, but it works perfectly well for a DK. Because in the past I've only knit them in DK.
Right. And I'm
DK light
I'm
worsted.
using the needles that they say. So, and this is DK. So
Yeah. And as you've seen with mine, once they're knit up, you don't really notice that they're like too airy or anything like that.
right. And I like a lighter fabric, so it's not a problem. And I want to make sure what I'm doing here. I'm doing a purl row in here. I don't want to mess up. So yeah, this is just, it's that Fibonacci or Fibonacci or whatever it's called. So they do a certain number of, you know, one type of stitch, and they do another stitch, and they do that for a little bit, and they do something else. So it's a simple pattern.
You add up the.
Well, I don't want to give away anything.
It's a free pattern.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's a free pattern, and that's a normal math equation. So it's like, okay, if you have one purl row, and then you're gonna have one knit row. Your next you're gonna have 2 knit rows, and then after that you're going to have 3 knit rows, and then you'll have 5 because you're always adding the last 2 together.
And it's a nice pattern to do. I did this when we were watching a movie, I think, which I haven't done in a long time. Watching a movie or Perry Mason or something. So
Well, that was a nice simple project for that.
you just kind of look to make sure what you're doing, and then just go.
Yeah, exactly.
At least for now.
No, it's until you get to the hood that is basically all it is, and then the hood's not that hard either.
Right.
It's a nice simple pattern. Okay, so next for me, if that's all you have to say about that,
I did show it. Yeah, I did.
I can't remember show it
It's
again.
Miss Babs in the blue slate colorway. So you can see the.
There we go. Okay, and then for me is, let me scroll through my notes. Okay. In my little skein in the big wool Velveteen Rabbit bag, this got shown in my Adagio Tea of the Day photo, because I got the November box. I think I showed that a few times ago. Today's tea was good. They give you little samples. 1-day samples. Anyway, this is part of my picture. This is and here's my All Is Cool socks. And the pattern is All Is Calm by KF Jones. I believe this is a patron only pattern, because when I tried to, I forget why I was trying to find it on, I was trying to make Lovecraft's project page. And then I came to realize that it wasn't one of her available patterns. And when I did even a Google search for it, it didn't come up, which makes me think that this might have been one of her early patron-only patterns. And I seem to vaguely remember that might have come out around Christmas time.
Probably, yeah.
it was a very, like I said, because her Patreon pattern started to be initially, oh, this is a Christmas present. And then as they started doing these like Knitty You and all that, so I think this was like the earliest, or one of the earliest patron-only patterns.
Make a lot of progress on that?
Yeah, I think so. That's actually part of why I'm not working on because I need to go measuring. I think I have a couple inches before I should think about the toe. And this is my first sock that I've done with lace in it. Because in the past I've kind of always sneered at lace in socks.
She has opinions.
Hold on. Need to do a rescue. Because the stitch is trying to come out. Because of the way that I have my needle too far down. Let me just pick up that stitch that ran away. There we go. Okay, rescued. Okay, so now that I rescued that stitch, I was probably putting this away in too much of a rush. So,
That's pretty.
and it doesn't, you can't hardly tell without it stretched on a person's foot that there is lace in there.
Right.
But it's really pretty. And I like the feel of it. So yeah.
It's very important that you like the feel of it.
Well, apparently Kay is putting out, I can't remember if it's patron only or not. I have to keep my eyes open. It might not be patron only. She has one that's coming out, or has already come out, that's supposed to be like the, they're another pair of DK socks, DK or worsted. I think it's DK socks, that are supposed to be like the one with the not bobbly type things
Right.
on them, but without the bobbly type things.
Oh, nice.
So I'm looking forward. It has the same heel and all that, so I'm looking forward to seeing that come out. I have to check and see if it has yet. I probably should check Bakery Bears.
She might do it around Christmas time, so for holidays.
I forgot where I saw it. Probably I go through stage. I go through I binge watch them and then I'll go on a break, and then I'll binge watch them and then I'll go on a break.
I'll probably pick them up again with Advent.
I'm always really consistent
Yeah.
around Advent.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't with the baking because you love her baking.
I just haven't had the time.
I'm surprised you haven't stuck around when you're dying.
I don't have the time. I literally,
No, I mean when you're dyeing yarn.
oh no, I have to pay attention. I don't need to be watching a podcast while I'm dyeing yarn.
I guess I always figured you'd listen to it more than you did anything else.
Yeah, I don't listen to things when I'm dyeing yarn.
Okay.
I just do it.
Well, I know I don't tend to listen to things much when I'm actually designing, other than if I'm knitting it up, it's different, but I'm actively writing design, I don't.
Yeah.
So that makes sense to
I
me.
mean, if it's something plain, I might put an audio book. In that case, I might listen to them. Sometimes I'll listen to them when I'm cleaning up the kitchen or something. It's hard to listen when I'm cleaning up the bathroom because it's too loud.
Right.
Let's see here. Make sure what I got here. What's my next one? Mad Hatter. Okay. In my Silver Shed USA Green Star Wars bag. I know I didn't work on this one except on the podcast. This is in the Mad Hatter colorway. It's Mad Tosh. Not Mad Tosh. Miss Babs. And it's still as bright as ever. And it made exactly like a half a row or a row and a half of progress because that's what I did on the podcast last week. So nothing really to write home about. This is the Sorabelle pattern by Sarah Sweethearts, and as you can see, I don't have to look at my notes for that anymore. I just know what it is because I've done this like, I don't know, maybe a gazillion times. And yes, that's true to the actual truth, right? A gazillion times.
Yes, of course. Actual
Actual
numbers.
gazillion times, yeah.
Actual statistics.
It's-
Actual statistics.
And in some universe, that's actually true. Okay. But yes, it's growing a little bit. I have a fair amount of the yarn left. So I'll keep going for a little bit. And then I'll figure out what... I think I said I might keep this when I have my winter coat, my black coat.
Yes, you did.
But we'll see what happens. Yeah. That's all I have to say about that.
Alrighty, so,
Do we have a Zoom this week or is it next week?
it's next week. It's the second
That's right.
and fourth.
Second and fourth because of Father's.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So, in my Knit for Brains Teapots bag from Laura, is also a Thorns hooded cow. I'm just looking at all the teapots.
They're pretty ones.
There, I just realized there's a
Elephant.
pink and there's a blue elephant. There's not just one
Yeah,
colored
yeah.
elephant.
Some of them are quite cute. The
Well, there has to be a pink elephant.
of course.
I guess it's a white elephant. That pink elephant's what they say that they see when they're
drunk.
Yeah, and the white elephant is the one that no one wants.
Poor little white elephant.
I'm not even quite sure why they wouldn't want it.
I don't know. Makes me sad.
So like I said, Laura's hood, it's Thorns hooded cow, which is a free pattern. You can find just by googling. And this is my first time working it with a worsted weight yarn,
Looks really pretty.
and I'm doing the version 3, where there's more pearls.
And we did check to make sure there's no alpaca in there, right?
Yeah, you
Okay.
checked.
That would be a bad thing. Not that we don't like alpacas, just the recipient can't deal with alpaca.
I know we checked at the time. I don't have. Hang on,
I think
it's
there's silk
buried.
in it. Yeah.
There is silk in it. Because that was like the first thing that you checked. Hang on. It is blue faced Leicester and silk.
Okay.
Superwash. The cat teapot makes me giggle.
Why?
Here, I'll show it. Come here. Hang on, first let me show it to them and then.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. Yeah.
With the small head on the top.
Yeah, it looks like an Egyptian cat.
It does. It looks like one of those urns they used for keeping the organs in
yep.
in the mummy.
The alabaster urns.
Yeah.
Let me just finish this stitch off.
So yes, the texture, it's really nice working with the weight and texture of it in the actual weight that the pattern calls for.
I guess there's a reason she made it that.
Right. So I think this is gonna be comfy and warm for Laura.
Well, where she's at, she could probably use it in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna be doing the bigger hood if I have enough yarn.
Well, I have another one.
I'm hoping that I should have enough yarn in the one skein.
Yeah, I'm hoping that too, because I'd hate to break into another one for one project if you
Yeah.
only need 25 yards or something.
Exactly.
Okay,
Excuse me.
let's see. All right, my next thing is, okay, this is in my Silver Shed USA blue PHN Faces bag. Well, like I said, not the faces aren't blue, the blue field. Oops. Oops, there's a bunny.
He is.
I'm being attacked. I just heard Mrs. Potts. We're being attacked, and the way she says it,
Did you just watch Beauty and the Beast?
No, I watched it a while back, about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
It's honestly been a while for me.
Davina picked out the movie for me when I watched Tangled and Frozen and then Beauty and the Beast and or Beauty and the Beast and then Frozen, whatever way it was. Okay, this is the one that's Talia's. Okay, this is the same pattern that you just saw. The shawl, the scrap shawl,
By Anastasia's
by Anastasia Zattel, and this is
This is the one that would go better with the shirt I'm wearing now, but
Yeah.
I felt like wearing something warm
see.
for shawl.
So, and for some reason this feels heavier. I'm not sure why, because the hook size is the same.
Huh. Maybe my yarn's a little heavier.
It might be.
If you're using all Miss Babs, it might be because
Yeah.
Matosh is actually worsted.
Yeah. Let me see here.
In which case, the main yarn, which is the Matosh, would be heavier.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So that's it. So you can see this bright blue is Zing, which is a Miss Babs, and this one here is Scenic Route, which is Marigold Jen. I'm not sure what this is.
That's also a,
Is that Miss Babs?
yes.
Obsidian?
No, it's not Obsidian, it's another one.
Okay.
Because
And then-
Obsidian's a pure black.
And then this is Matosh at the top. So yeah, I mean, there's my hook. They're like I said, these two shawls are kind of running neck and neck for size right now.
Mm-hmm.
They grow when I work on them. Fancy that.
It's shocking.
Yeah, it's shocking. Sometimes these, where I
These
join
things do happen.
it. Okay. Yeah, so that's all I have to say about that. I mean, you've seen this shawl many, many times, or a rendition of this shawl many, many times. I've done 5 of them or 6 of them or something like that. So you guys have seen them all on the podcast. The one that Crystal got was all one color. And
It was?
yeah, I think it was all that one blue that I really liked so much.
Oh, for some reason, I didn't realize it was all one color.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was all one color. It's been so long since I made it. I'm pretty sure it's all one color though, because it's a DK yarn. I wonder if I put a different color in. Did I put that red, white, and blue dragonfly in that with the blue? I might have.
I can't recall.
It's been a long time. I was just really happy with the way it turned out. And she likes it, so that makes me really happy.
Well, she sent pictures, or didn't she?
She posted, she showed it on the podcast.
Yeah.
And she's worn it a couple times on the podcast. So I know she likes it, which makes me really happy that she likes it. But yeah, that's not a whole lot to say about this because you've seen this project like 50,000 times.
Indeed. So that makes it my turn. Make this pearl in my Adelaide Cottage Adorable Bunnies bag. Also from Laura Concert. These are the Manly Shorty socks. The pattern is Not Just Boring Boot Socks by Corinne Walcher.
Sure, Walter.
Walcher.
Really? Okay.
Mhm.
I just wanted to
With
make
a
sure.
CH.
I wasn't trying to correct you. I just wanted to know if I heard it right.
Yeah, it's a CH.
Yeah.
So, first sock has been done for a while. Just need to weave in those ends.
It's kind of an unusual name.
And then the second sock, on its way. The whole reason I'm not working on it now is I do know that I'm pretty close to
He'll like that.
needing to, actually really close to needing to do the toe. I'll have to measure again.
Right.
So, quite close to having to think about the next toe.
Excellent.
In which case I'm weaving ends and Christmas presents done.
That's one down, right?
That'll be all down.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because, yes, everything else is taken care of.
Excellent.
So, yeah. Then I can just knit selfishly.
There is that. Okay. I just wanted to get a little bit done. If I start on the podcast, at least I have something to show you guys.
Right.
And also, if I lack focus, I have something I say, oh, this is close to being done, or oh, I can change this color and I can pull it out instead of having to say, gee, what do I want to work on?
Right.
You know, I don't feel like looking at anything. Honestly, I get to points sometimes where I'm like, I don't want to do any of those. And all my bags are full. Although I have emptied a couple, but it seems like there was a time there where I wanted to do something new, but all my bags were full and I couldn't really justify starting something new. So, let me just finish this.
Always a way to justify.
Justify. Okay, where is my little... There it is. I didn't do a whole lot on this, but I did some, so it gets noted.
Excuse
Okay.
me. Excuse me.
It looks like it's going to be nice out today, if a little chilly. It's been raining.
Well, it's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, thankfully Daddy and I are going to go for a walk tonight, I think. It's supposed to be a little cooler, but we are going to go for a walk.
Not a good idea breathe in the latte.
No, not really.
Excuse
Okay.
me.
It's my turn again?
Yes.
Let me just get a little bit of a drink.
Don't breathe it in.
Mm.
From personal experience, I can tell you that's a bad idea.
Okay. In my B-Wing country bag that Brittany gave me. Thank you, Brittany. Happy. I like this so much. This is my Country Rose blanket from the Jelly Roll blanket pattern by K.F. Jones. And I'm just using a bunch of different yarns for this.
Excuse me.
Let me see. Whoops. This one.
Bunny.
I don't know why this... Yes, he is. This... I'm not sure why this other set of needles is in here. They're all tied up and everything. I think what happened was maybe she had me cast on with a bigger needle. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't remember. Okay. There it is. Okay, I'll put that down for a minute.
I'm sorry, guys.
I've got a mess here. Okay, that's that. I thought I cut everything that was not the color I'm using. but I may be wrong. Okay.
Well, maybe it's a fairly new add-on. Because I remember you adding on the color on the podcast.
Yeah, I only have a row of this
Okay,
blue.
so you didn't even have a row when I remembered.
A row or two on there, so you can see just a little bit of the blue on the top. It's hard to see because the last row is like blue and purple,
Right.
so you can hardly see the blue row. The color I'm working on is this one. So, and it's, you know, it's a very simple knit. I just have to remember not to use the edges that she has for the other pattern I'm doing of hers, which is the what's it called?
Burrow wrap.
The burrow wrap, because that's got a little bit different. So I think that's part of the reason I put it aside right now, so I don't get confused as to which one I'm doing.
What, the burrow wrap?
The burrow wrap, yeah. Just put it aside and work on the one at a time, so that I don't make the same mistake I made last time.
Right.
So yeah, that's basically this. And I'm going to keep going until it's whatever length I decide I want it to be. And then I'll move on to the next. And that will be where the tire meets the pavement, so to speak, to see if I'm going to keep on with this, is when I have to start picking up stitches. To see if I'm going to be able to continue. But I think I'd like to learn how to do that, because honestly,
I think it's an important skill.
it is an important skill, and honestly, this is something I'm enjoying, as opposed to the squares where, even though they're smaller and arguably get done quicker, I don't know. It's like I see squares or I see blocks, and I just immediately throw up a block. I don't want to do it.
Right.
It's just I'll do
throw up a wall.
yeah, I'll do a few, and then I'm like, Whereas this is almost like I'm doing a blanket, or I'm doing a scarf or something
Well,
like
I mean,
that.
technically you are doing a blanket, but
Well, you know what I mean, a flat out blanket. You know, like maybe this is the bottom. You know, it would be a
Right.
very small blanket right now, but I could go, you know, just kept going up and down. But it's, for whatever reason, this doesn't make me have the same kind of reaction as squares.
right.
And I'm not really sure why. And I'm wondering if maybe I'll be able to do log cabins in knit.
Right.
Because it's not squares.
It ends up becoming square.
It ends up becoming a square. Does it become a square or an oblong?
It becomes. I mean, I guess it depends on.
I guess a full
if
log
you go
cabin.
all the way around.
Yeah,
it.
because the one that I test knit for Anastasia Zattel in the crocheting, it was a half.
Oh, you
And so,
see,
and so it was oblong.
the one I did with Kay was a full-on
Right.
log cabin.
Right.
I think it was the Kay I did it.
And like I said, I'm just basically using skeins of yarn that I was looking at, and I really liked them, and they were up on my shelf, and they weren't getting used because I had no idea what I wanted to do with them. And then Kay showed me this pattern, and I'm like, oh,
My one problem with log cabins is that eventually keeps it requiring more and more yarn.
it does.
And so then eventually you're using actually quite a decent amount of yarn, which takes out the whole fun of having your scraps. Which is
Right.
the one thing I like about the miter square is that it's always it's always the amount of whatever the square takes up.
Right.
Just like those little
Hexapuffs.
hexapuffs that people were really into.
Yeah, I never quite got the Hexapuffs.
The only thing I could think of is it kind of gives a quilted feel.
Yeah. Well, and I know they had some patterns out there called like beehive or something like that, because you can make honeycombs. You can make honeycombs. And so that was kind of neat. But personally, I prefer strips. I don't mind. I might eventually go back and try a square, but I know that it'll last probably for maybe 10 or 12 squares, and then I'll get bored and I'll have all these squares and not know what to do with them. You know, so I just probably shouldn't do squares for anything more than dishcloths. Because even it doesn't even matter if it's crochet, knit, or whatever. I just don't do them.
Doesn't matter how much you seem to enjoy the pattern.
Just nah. Because I thought I could make a blanket out of the squares that Kay makes for crochet.
Because you thought you really liked it.
I do like them. I made several dishcloths with them. And I even made several blocks to put together. I said, I guess I'm just not a square person. Not a square. I'm
Well,
hip.
what's helped for me for the mitered squares is that I don't necessarily hold myself to knitting them consistently. You know, I might go forever between knitting one. Like my huge one, that's, you know, like it's just sort of sitting there. And then I have the one on my bed that needs the ends all woven in still, even though I've been sleeping with it. But
I think it's your turn.
yes, it is. I was stalling because I had to finish this round. Or at least this needle. We won't finish the round. So,
Dropsies. Oops.
did you snag it? Okay, in my...
Oops is a bunny.
He is. I'll take my drink as soon as I finish this stitch. There we go.
And I'm looking out my window here. It doesn't look overly cloudy, but it kind of feels like it's cloudy. Daddy said there's 0 chance of rain. So that's good.
So in my B-Wing Brittany bag that she got me from Silvershade USA, this is my ornaments bag. She picked it up for my Christmas ornament designs. My brain hasn't been working very well for designs this year. Christmas stocking will be coming out sometime in December.
I'm almost finished with the edits.
Yeah, so, but, yeah,
Not that there's a lot. I just have so much going on right
yeah.
now.
Well, I told her she had a good time. I gave her the time that it needed, and I knew she would have more than enough. But yeah, normally this holds ornaments, but right now, because with all the fatigue and stuff, I just haven't been able to focus to design much of anything. So my Christmas sock is in there right now. Oh, I mentioned to my to Dr. Abdallah that I'm primarily wearing hand knit socks now because they're cushy but still airy. She said, "Well, that makes sense. Natural fiber. That's absolutely made sense to her.
Good.
That would be better."
Cool.
But this is the Finish Line pattern by Lara Smoot. My project is Christmassy, and this yarn is Dragonfly Fibers in the colorway Stole Christmas, STOLL. No, I do not know what that's a reference. I mean, I know it's a Grinch reference, but I don't know why I spell it that way. And I've got this little bunny progress keeper,
Cute.
which is absolutely adorable. This came with my bunny bag over there. The one that's got my dad's pair of socks in it. But yeah, this is happy. I've had this yarn a very long time. Okay, a couple years.
More than that.
It's been more than a couple years.
We missed 2 Shenandoahs.
Okay, that would be a couple. So I guess it'd be 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years. Mm-hmm.
This is the one that was my free yarn when we helped Dragonfly Fibers, because I had dreamed about this yarn the night before because I had to have this yarn. It's the only time I've dreamt about yarn, especially specific colorways.
Right.
So this has been in and out of different pairs of socks, simply because there was a period of time where I was only knitting one pattern.
Right.
Having multiple different kinds of patterns on the needles have been helpful because when I get kind of bored with one, I can switch.
Mm-hmm.
And also adds a variety to my sock wardrobe.
I have to wash my socks. I usually wear them over my other socks.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me a little bit of a cushion, but I don't like to, do anything exercising. So if I'm going to exercise, like go out for a walk or something, I'll take the outer sock off so I don't get them all messed up. I'm a little funny about my hand knit socks.
Well, because they are my primary now, I'm not quite as, they go everywhere.
Mm-hmm. You also don't do the kind of workouts I do.
No, I don't. But if I did, I probably would also, what? You would have to wash them,
Well, I'm more afraid of them because I don't care how super wash they are. If you have friction with heat and water, you're going to get felting.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that my socks would felt.
I mean, there are socks I have that have a little bit of felting on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. It's not always a bad thing.
No, it isn't. Actually, it gives it a little bit more of a sole.
Mm-hmm. It didn't have any sole.
It had no sole.
It was
soulless.
Soulless.
It is your turn, though.
Okay, let me finish my stitches here so I can put this on the blockers. Not the blockers. Wow. How do you block a row, a strip?
Carefully.
Okay, here. Let me just...
No, you just pin it.
Let's see. Okay. I'm not sure blocking would be necessary for something like this. I need to put other yarn in here.
The only reason I can see blocking necessary for a strip is if you, for some reason, wanted to wash and block each strip ahead of time, say they were pre-attached, and you would block them out to the specific measurements, and then you would then seam them together. That's the only way I could see that would be maybe a necessity.
Sounds like too much work.
It does. I would just, do the blocking afterwards if I chose to block it all.
Okay, my next one is in my... Whoops.
It's a bunny.
It's a bunny. My tea is getting cold.
Mine's got a little warmth to it still, but that's just because the warmer. It's not quite as warm as it might have been if I had a different mug on here, because this mug is just barely able to
Doesn't
fit
matter,
on.
though. Doesn't matter.
Oh, no, of course not. I love the mug, and actually I love it particularly for lattes, because it's like this nice, big...
She can have lattes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yes, I know it's a groaner. My Knit's My Bag, Monet Sarah bag,
Sorry.
is my Quicksilver Tunic project. And I don't have the information. I have to look at the pattern because I just got it. This was the pattern, one of the patterns I tried to add to the bottom last time, and it kept coming off. So I'm going to have Taya count the rows again on this for me. I think I know what it is. But I made some progress on it while I was watching Dead or Alive, Wanted Dead or Alive. And
With Steve McQueen.
Steve McQueen. It's an old Western. And the yarn is Miss Babs in the slate colorway. Davina calls it anything like this is Quicksilver. So I think she'll like it. And this pattern, the thing, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but the thing I found a little bit challenging with this particular designer is that she has several sizes, and she writes a fairly clear pattern, but when she says the sizes, she doesn't give you any reference point for what the sizes are. She says extra small, small, medium, large, or whatever, and she doesn't tell you what that is, what the measurements are for that. So she did say that the picture that was shown was the model is 5'3". So I decided to make the same size that she has. It'll be a little bigger on Davina than on this person because Davina's only 5'1½", but I think that it's a good size for her.
I'm getting about 68.
68? About 68?
I'm getting 68.
Okay, 68. Thank you.
It's with the way it is,
Yes. Okay, so I finished 68 then. I'm starting 69, right?
That's what it looks like to me.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to count and make sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes somebody will talk to me while I'm doing this, and then I don't remember if I've crossed it out and circled or...
Well, I know for this, that when I picked this up, after having been to the doctor's office, I could tell that I hadn't marked off my last row because I hadn't done the pad. I wasn't at that point in the pattern I needed to be.
Well, there are some patterns that I can do that with, but some of them are just hard because, like, this is just a ribbing, and so you got to be able to. And I was right where I was right. I don't trust myself counting the stitches. I'm a little more confident with counting my crochet stitches, but knit stitches not so much. And this is the back of the tunic. So I'm going to be picking up stitches across here and knitting or crocheting from there. So that's just it. I did make a little bit of progress on it, but the minute I couldn't remember where I was, I said I'm just going to wait for you to look at it, so you don't have to count.
You've probably about double that.
You said it was 68. I have to go to 74.
Okay.
Because I think what happens is this is the back of it. So the
That's right. It's
so-
pieced. I forgot.
Yeah. I'm not going to do this right now because I have to focus on this.
You have an FO.
Yes, I do. Are you done though?
I am.
Okay. I do have an FO. I think I'm going to wash it before I give it away. Where'd I have this?
I don't know.
This was in the Jelly Roll bag. It's a Jelly Roll bag. Yeah, because I said I was.
I remember you saying your tube needles in there.
I think I had because I said that I thought maybe Kay had started me on a bigger needle. So I'm going to put this back in here. Now, in my Emma Owl's bag. Owl bag. Emma Owl bag is my Mint Surprise baby blanket from the Cerebel Scarf pattern by Sarah Sweetheart. So I did finish this. I finished this while we were, excuse me, I think we were watching a movie, or I was watching a video on Sunday or something, one of my religious videos. So here it is.
I saw you finishing during the talk.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you caught that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because you're always so out of it, so I wasn't sure if you were there. So I tied it off and everything, and I think it turned out really pretty. Pattern's
It
really
did.
nice. It's very lightweight.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a super lightweight. It's kind of a medium light,
Springy, fall-y.
or warm weather or whatever. Like a warm weather place like Texas or something.
Yeah.
So this, I haven't. Actually, it's pretty soft. I might not have to wash it. I might just air it out.
What yarn is it again?
Whatever that green. Oh wait a minute. Do I have it in here? I thought I had it here. I don't know what I did with the rest of the yarn.
You must have put it away when you...
I think that's all I have left.
Oh.
This is all I have left. I had to take out like a third of a row or a quarter of a row because I ran out of yarn. I wasn't going to do another yarn for that.
No.
So this is Yarn Inspirations Caron Baby Cakes. And
It occurred to me that I forgot to turn on my light. Did you remember to turn on yours?
I don't know. I told you we were doing. I think I turned on the light.
So if we get interrupted, it's because neither of us remember to turn on our lights
Yeah.
to let her know. Because it just occurred to me that we might not
Yeah.
have.
Oh, this is
Because
my,
we didn't turn on the fax either.
Why is my Jelly Roll pattern in here?
I don't know.
Okay, I will put that somewhere else. I think I might have had the Jelly Roll pattern in here.
And then you change bags.
Yeah, I changed bags, so. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in here. This is going to be gifted to somebody. I have my choice of people who have newborn. There was a cutest little baby. They couldn't have been more than a couple weeks old, maybe a month. Absolutely adorable, just out like a light with little fists, It's just so cute. I love babies. They're adorable.
They are.
Yeah. Okay, so that takes care of that.
Okay, so that leads me on to beads and string. Oof. I think I had one I sent off last week. On Monday, I think I sent it off. Or Tuesday. One of those days. Anyway, I sent one off last week. It was the Divine Mercy one. But I got a couple of orders since then. And this is someone ordered Our Lady Undoer of Knots. So this one's pretty because it has
Oh,
the
look at
rose
that.
beads
Isn't that pretty?
for the Our Father beads. Oops, looks like I forgot to tie the knot for this bead.
Oops.
Our Father bead.
And it came off.
Well, yeah, it's fine. This is knotted down here accidentally, so it's gonna stay put. It's just gonna go wee. Usually I'm better at remembering to tie it. I must have been tired.
They're pretty badass.
Um,
And these are heavier than I thought. Because when you told me about the rose beads, I always kind of shied away from them because I thought they would be like fragile.
No, they're not. And I mean, and then I have smaller rose ones. For my one that's gonna be the Annunciation that I'm making for myself, I have the ones that are about the size of the 8mm ones, the same ones I use for Saint Therese, but gold.
Oh, okay.
So I'll use that for my Annunciation one because
Very
my
pretty.
back thing is gold because I haven't used them yet. I think I picked them up on a huge sale and I haven't used them, and that's centerpieces that I'll continue to have, so it'll be the first time using that.
Very cool.
Um,
It's really nice.
and this is Our Lady Undoer of Knots.
Oh, I like what's the centerpiece. That's a pretty one. That's
I
actually,
almost made this rosary for you, and then I saw Jesus knocking on the door, so you ended up getting that one
I
instead.
love that.
But I almost made this exact rosary for you. This color and everything.
It's very pretty.
I
I
think I even had it made. And then,
put in the shop.
yeah, I put it in the shop. But I think that might have been, was it before I had the old cord? Or maybe I have one of these in my, in my stash area. I need to do a better job of checking my stash. Of ones that are pre-made. because I might actually have them already there. I'm very bad about it because everything is a custom order for the most part.
I love Our Lady of Undoing Knots is one of the patrons of my shop, along with Our Lady Mystical Rose. But I have a real devotion to Jesus knocking on the door with the door handles on the inside only, because he doesn't force his way in. So I really love that. So that's why she gave me that one. I use that all the time.
So the Divine Mercy person, this person, and then this last person, they all got they wanted neon green, neon pink. They all got in for the sale. This person got in a couple hours before the sale ended, because it ended November 1st at midnight. So this is the Guardian Angel Rosary. I won't be carrying the specific Guardian Angel one most likely anymore, because I'm not always going to be carrying these Our Father beads, but I will develop a different Guardian Angel one most likely. I already have one with Guardian Angel and St. Michael that's available. So there's that. Only one deck had done at this point. I basically started so I could show it. Well, the original one that I did that got the design created, the person wanted lime green.
Yeah, I remember that.
So it totally fits that this one's neon pink. It's just fun. The only thing it needs now is like that neon turquoise. And then you'd have neon green, neon turquoise, and neon pink.
And not the multifaceted colored beads.
No, I don't offer that as an option.
That would be very eye-catching.
That is one way to put it. So, yes, these are orders in progress.
Don't want to offend anybody.
No sales currently in the shop. I'll probably put up another sale in December or at the beginning of Advent in prep for Christmas.
Yeah, I'll probably have a sale around that time as well. Okay, what's next?
Well, I gave my shop news with that, but do you have any non-shop yarn?
No.
Do you now that would the shop news then?
All right. Well, as I mentioned, this is kind of quasi-shop, quasi PHN. Thank you everybody who pre-ordered a bag yarn set for the Potiversary, our 10-year Potiversary. We appreciate that. I will send the orders off to Anne either today or tomorrow, probably. So I'm hoping that anybody who wants one gets their order in like between the time we finish this and the time I go to close it. I will be putting the orders in, and then it's going to take a little while because Anne has to make the bags, and then I have to do up the yarn. Because I had some yarn that I was thinking about doing, and I might still use that yarn, but I also have another colorway that I might put in instead. So I'm going to try that and see what it looks like, and I'll show it to Talia, maybe to Davina and my husband, and see what they think, and then essentially do what I want, but get some opinions and see what, and then I can, finish up the yarn for the kits. I am going to start doing holiday colorways, and I have some fall colorways already in the shop. I've got Halloween and fall, I have spooky and candy corn, and I think I have pumpkin spice chai latte or whatever I call it, salted caramel. I have all those in the shop already, and I'm hoping to put in Christmas colorways from the past, as well as Christmas colorways that were in last year's Advent kits. Those will be coming up for general consumption, if you will, in the shop. So just keep an eye on that. If I can find some time to just do it, it will get done. I also am working on just trying to better manage my time. There are a lot of rabbit holes that we've been finding. Adagio. Just kind of that, and trying to get early start on Christmas because of projected slowdowns of the mail and also price hikes.
Yes.
For mail. So we wanted to get our stuff ordered. So now I'm looking at it. I think and also the contractors. We have one set of contractors still to come in to fix Talia's ceiling. And then we had the generator people coming in to take a look at how to sync the generator and get us all connected.
I'm not terribly looking forward to the guy coming to take care of my ceiling.
I know. But it's basically only a little bit of plaster and paint, so it's not going to be too much. Just that one section. But anyway, So hopefully I will be getting into more of the dye pots, and you'll see more stuff in my shop. I'm not going to be having Advent kits as far as I can tell.
You shouldn't have Advent kits, Mom.
Because I have...
She is not having Advent kits.
Listen to my obnoxious daughter.
Because what happens is she feels guilty because she thinks people want them, and then she overwhelms herself when she's already been overwhelmed with worrying about getting the things out in time for the 10-year thing. So no Advent kits because you will be super stressed. Why do you do this to yourself?
I also have my parents coming for Thanksgiving, so it might be a little bit difficult for me to do that. And if Laura calls me to Laura Gavis calls me to do any yarn for the shop, so probably no kits this year.
No kits this year.
But
Mom, you need to lay it down. The line must be drawn here.
if you want special orders, get them to me early, okay? And I'll see what I can do. But no Advent kits. I don't have the time to go, running around to
You
get
see
the
how
things
easy
to put
that
in.
was?
Anyway, I apologize up and down. I will, like I said,
People understand.
if you have special orders that you want and I'm able to do them, please get them to me earlier rather than later, so I'm not rushing them out. I don't want to.
You need to take care of your health up here too, because you get super stressed.
Okay, so it takes care of that. What's
Okay, so that leads us on to stash enhancements. I need to get up.
Stash enhancements. Oh, this is heavier than I
Oh,
thought.
the tie. Come here, precious.
This box is heavier than I thought. No, it's not Christmas, not yet.
No, it isn't. It's just that we needed tea
And other things.
and other things. Let's do the books in common first.
Okay. All right. Which one do we do first?
Well, I guess the one that came in first.
That would be this one, Winter Mori. I haven't opened my pin yet. Okay.
Now I have no idea what I'm going to do with the pin because I don't ever do anything with pins.
I'll find a place to put it. Let me open this pin up so you guys can see it. We got these from the Daughters of St. Paul. They're a sister branch to our My Holy Family Institute and Tie as Annunciationists. The memento mori means remember your death.
And with the idea that you live your life with with the idea that you are aiming towards heaven.
Right. So here's the book. It's a journal. We have the one for Lent.
This is the one
This
for
is the one
Advent.
for Advent.
And they came with a sticker because we pre-ordered.
Well, no, we bought the sticker. The pre-order was this
Oh,
because
okay.
the Kickstart got to its certain place, and we got the
Oh,
pin.
okay. I thought that the
And we
sticker
bought
was
these
pre-ordered too.
stickers. I had one of these already that I put on a notebook. This is probably going on another notebook.
Oh, there's pretty art in this.
There's really pretty art in
This
it.
is the first time I actually cracked it open.
You can see some of the pictures. It's a look at the picture. Isn't that beautiful artwork? Some of this is that's Salome, I think. Yeah, Salome with the head of John the Baptist. Some of these are actual artists that are like world-renowned old artists. Like this is Jean Adam Kruzman, 1861. But there are also some in here, I think, by the sisters and things.
Yeah.
Like this one
Well,
here.
this one's from 1760, The Virgin of the Apocalypse.
Oh, nice. And this one is called The Final Battle by Chris Lewis at Baratus Catholic. So this is a more recent one.
Yeah, so there's a whole
I don't know if you can see that.
they have a whole bunch of different.
It's like a picture every other page or every 3 pages or something
This
like
is
that.
one of the sisters here for St. Michael.
Oh, is it?
I've never seen St. Michael depicted quite that way.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So this is, I'm looking forward to this. We were waiting for this to come in. It was a Kickstart program. We keep an eye on Sister Althea.
Sister Teresa
Althea
Althea Noble.
because she's the one who started this off. Well, not started, it's an old practice, but kind of rekindled the interest in it. Mm-hmm. And she has such an interesting conversion story.
Well, it was really funny when one of my friends from school said, yeah, there's this nun who, she has like stuff with skulls and stuff. And I'm like, oh, you mean Sister Teresa Althea Noble, who's a member of the Pauline family just like I am?
Took the wind out of her sails.
Him.
Paul. Oh, Paul.
But,
Yeah, this is going to be really, I'm looking forward to this. And then we were a member of a group called Take Up and Read.
we thought we'd be able to keep up with their Bible studies better.
We couldn't keep up with them, but part of the perks was being able to get the books for just shipping.
Yeah.
And they hadn't had any but this one. We got it just before our membership ran out. And this is also Advent, but we're not going to do it this year probably.
Yeah, we'll do. We will definitely not be doing this
The Holy
this year.
Way.
I'm not doing both of them.
This is really, this has got mostly, it's all words. There's not really any
Yeah,
pictures.
I could not keep up with both of them.
I mean,
I'd rather fully enjoy each of them.
the problem with this is that I was looking at it is that they have actual dates. So when we do it, we're going to have to.
Oh, you mean it's actually marked up for this year?
Yeah, it says like the Feast of St. Andrew, November 30th. Well, that could be whatever November 30th is. But
Well, at least it has it like the weeks of Advent. I think at one point. Let's see.
well, it says Monday, the first week of Advent, November 29th, and we can just alter
Base it off of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually kind of not the best for them to do that.
No, like I said, we
Dates.
got this for shipping. We didn't
Yeah.
purchase the book.
I wonder why they chose to do that.
I don't know. I know that
Because it kind of limits you on your book's longevity.
I mean, you can do it. Like I said, I was thinking you can probably do this anytime you want anyway.
Uh-huh.
But like this one by Sister Teresa Noble, this is Teresa Althea Noble. If you look at Sunday, I think that the actual readings are the same. Like for Advent, for
Right.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, for whatever time, it's the same. But Sunday, when you go to Sunday, they do all your A, your B, and your C.
Oh, nice.
We can do this for 3 years running.
Yes.
So this is
Which
really
is
good.
nice. That one's
Yeah.
going to be very nice.
Yes. And this one's going to be fine
Yes,
as well.
oh, of course.
So those are the books.
And then, actually, I'll show it to you next. Things that we purchased. We already talked about the fact that we were going to be getting this. This is my free tea from Adagio, gained by points. Mom picked up this one last time, I think. Or was it this time for you too?
No, I picked that last time.
Okay, so this is Rubio's Nutcracker. And then I had said I was going to pick up some more chocolate mocha tea for the little gray cells. So I did. These are all 3 ounces. Picked up 3 ounces of Agatha Christie Hercule Poirot's Christmas. You actually don't have your tin to show because I have it
Right.
since it wasn't one that you care for as much as you thought you would.
We did a trade, and so we have a double tin each, and we'll give the tins back when we finish the tea.
And then breakfast at Bag End, which is basically an Irish breakfast with some hazelnut and cream.
Okay, now my teas, this time my teas are not from Adagio. They're from Plum Deluxe.
Yeah, Plum Deluxe didn't have the Rubios I wanted, so I had to go to Adagio.
So I got chocolate mint like the oolong cookie. Chocolate mint like the cookie oolong tea, which I really like. I got another one of those.
Like an oolong cookie.
Yeah. Royal Masala chai, which I really like as well, I think. King leaf tea. What's a kinglet tea?
Kinglet tea. Spice blend from us. Did you order the Royal Masala chai?
Uh-huh. I must have.
Huh. I don't know what a kinglet tea
I don't
is.
know what a kinglet tea is. Okay, so I got that one.
Is that what their new thing is, where they give you one that you already are known to like?
No, no, I didn't do that. That's a club, a
Okay.
subscription. And then I got. You guys remember me complaining because I was holding back on drinking my maple chai because it's a seasonal tea, and I think it's like only the month of October or something, or October through December or something like that. I didn't go overboard.
At all.
See, these are all maple chai, all 5 of them.
I think she's good for a little while.
Yeah, I was very upset because I didn't have it, and it's seasonal. Whereas some of the other ones I like a lot, I can just pick up again.
Right.
You know. Do you have anything else?
I do.
Oh, wait on that one, Tom.
Okay.
You can do that. Is that the last one you have?
Yes, it
let
is.
Let me finish mine. Okay, I purchased from Brittany on a D-stash several of her needles. Signature. No, not signatures. A.
Addie's.
Addie's. I never tried Addie's, and she had such a good price on them that I think I almost cleared her out of what she was offering for that particular D-stash. I think I bought 6 needles, 6 circulars, in different different sizes and different length of cord. They're all fixed. So Brittany, they all got here safely. I have not unwrapped them because she did a really nice job wrapping them. And I'm looking forward to trying them. I think I have a couple of 16-inch cords, I think, 32, a couple of 40, something like that. I don't remember. All I remember is that I said, I want those. I said to my husband, I said, okay, well, I wanted to try these needles, and they're kind of on the expensive side. She's got a really good price for me. He said, yeah, go ahead. So I got them.
Oh, definitely not anywhere near expensive as signatures.
Oh, I won't try signature. And then I got these for my journal. These are Sharpies, but they're meant for journals. So I'm assuming they don't bleed if they're meant for journals. In fact, they actually say on here, I think, somewhere, no bleed. So, and then I got these for my other journal, my actual church, like my writing things journal. This is my, I want to draw, I want to put poetry, whatever it is. But this is for like when I do I needed another purple for Advent for writing in my church journal. So that's this, and that's what I have.
And then I got surprised with Adagio has an Advent box. So Mom and Dad picked up Adagio's Advent kit for me. So I haven't broken the seal or anything because I feel like I should wait till Advent to do that.
It's a really pretty. It came in really good shape. They boxed it really well, and had it nicely bubble wrapped.
And there was a little note thing that came with it, but I have it in my room because I didn't want to lose it. So, yeah.
I was impressed because I wrote it down, typed it up, and when it came, it almost looked like it had been hand lettered. Now, obviously, like Talia said, it would take a long time if they hand lettered everything that they sent out because they do a good business with those.
Yes.
But
well, because they have a really good price for it. The season is here to be of much cheer with firelight glow and the beauty of snow. Stay merry and bright with these teas that delight. So, and you can scan it for ingredient information. So yes, I look forward to when I get to try those. It'll overlap slightly with my November month of community, but then it'll have most of December to itself.
Okay, so that takes care of our stash enhancements. I think that's quite enough. We already touched on the home stuff. I mean, Ty had well, do you want to go into that right now?
Well, we do reading.
Okay.
So, Adagio just let me know that their winter seasonal teas are now available.
I'll take a look at that. See what they have for. No, I don't need more tea. I'm just the only one I'm waiting on because really I do have enough tea. In fact, I have some in my cart for Plum Deluxe because they have their Christmas tea out.
Because they're seasonal.
Yeah, they're seasonal, and I'm only going to get one of each. I have to go back and make sure I don't have it already, so I've got my tea box out. But the only one I'm really waiting for is that crazy candy cane, whatever it is that.
You need to check there again.
That's Stephanie gave me from T-Spot.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get that.
So reading FOs, I actually didn't remember to bring both books with me that I finished. I finished Angel Mass by Timothy Zahn. That's an easy 5-star for me. And then another easy 5-star is The Fellowship of the Ring. My nice old beat-up copy that I picked up used. So then I started my nice old beat-up copy of The Fellowship of the Ring. I mean, of the Two Towers, which is in my room because I forgot to grab it. That one's even more beat up. It's got like a little bit of a watermark along the side.
I love these old books.
When I pulled up my Two Towers when at the doctor's appointment, Dad peeked over my shoulder. Didn't care what the book was. He's like, "Oh, I like the book," because he liked the way it looked and it felt, and because it's got the suppleness of the pages. You can tell it's been read. Particularly the one I have for Two Towers, where the cover's really dog-eared, even more so than this one.
You should see mine. I have a copy that I got maybe in high school or college. It's a set, and the covers are literally almost falling apart.
That's the way that my copy of Two Towers is. It's got tape on it.
There's something about old books. This one doesn't have the smell anymore, but it's got the yellowed pages, and it's just got that.
Well, the
old
pages
book
are
feel.
also softer.
Yeah, it is. It's just
because my copy Return the King, I actually had to pick up new because I didn't have an old
book smell.
It does. So my Return the King is a lot crisper and it's whiter and it's not got that nice worn-in feel that my first two books do. My Hobbit is like that as well.
I love that. Look at that. It's just.
Well, Tolkien probably drew that himself.
Probably. I love the artwork. You know, it's just
Uh-huh.
kind of simple and elegant at the same time. There's not a lot in here, but
I finished those 2 books. Continued, I think I read chapter 2 of Poirot and Me by David Suchet.
I thought this was, yeah.
Partially because I watched a YouTube video where someone tried to claim that Albert Finney was why Albert Finney was in his mind the best Poirot, and the reason he gave, because he liked him and you Snuff, the reason he gave is because of the ridiculousness. I'm like, you don't understand the character. Go read Poirot and Me, because you obviously do not read the book. I didn't say it quite that way, but I said no. You misunderstand the character.
Yeah, the character is different. He's not,
Yeah, like that is not the character. Suchet got the character. He is not just ridiculous. He might appear ridiculous. He might play up the ridiculousness, but he's not ridiculous. He's not a joke.
You got to give Poirot his due.
Yes, he's very serious, and
He has very bourgeois views of murder.
well, and one of the reasons you give is like, and Albert Finney even does this hunch, which is perfect. I'm saying, you're like,
not
Poirot
hunch.
wouldn't hunch.
What hunch?
Poirot would never hunch. That would offend him.
No, it's not. It's totally the wrong shape.
I think they even mention in Mysterious Affair at Styles that he almost had a military bearing. Like, the way he held himself was just...
Well, he's a little bit of a dandy, and dandies don't hunch.
No.
No.
It didn't... No. So, it made me want to read Poirot Me, a couple more chapters of that, because Suchet understands the character. And then, I also ended up reading, I don't have in here, Icarus Hunt. I read some of Icarus Hunt by Timothy Zahn.
I have to restart that. I don't think I finished that one.
No, I don't think you did. I think that was before you, because that one's also first person,
I like the first person, but it's hard to write.
but he does
Say
it
that.
well.
He does. It's hard
And-
to stay in first person.
Yeah, and he does it well. I don't like it nearly as much as I do the Quadrail, but that's because Quadrail's amazing.
Quadrail is awesome.
And also, he only has 1 book for Icarus Hunt, so, of course, he doesn't have as much time to build up everything. And then I started reading the short story set, The Witness for the Prosecution, by Agatha Christie. And I was telling Mom, this one does not have Poirot in it, as far as I can tell so far. But I was telling Mom, with her short stories, if Poirot is not in them, just kind of keep an eye out, because sometimes she touches on ideas of supernatural, ideas of horror-esque, so they might not be the best before bed reading. She never creeps into absolute horror, and it could be a toss-up if the supernatural thing she touches on is gonna be a hoax or if it's gonna be real. So that means if you're someone who your imagination might go a little bit wild, maybe don't read a short story set of hers that's not like Poirot Investigates or the early cases of Poirot.
Or Miss Marple or something. Early cases of Miss Marple.
I don't think they have anything early cases.
They have her later cases.
Yeah, because early cases of Miss Marple would imply she didn't really. Yeah, I don't.
What's that?
What's what?
Her noise.
Oh, that's a phone buzzing.
Yeah, I saw that one, but that's
But Poirot early cases would have been when he was a cop. But anyway, yes, that's it for my reading.
okay. This is the. I knew it when
That's
I looked
the door.
at the doorway. Yeah. Speak friend.
Which funny, it's. Oh yeah, this is a fellowship. That's right. This is not the My Two Towers book. Yes.
Okay, so now what?
So normally this would be when we go in personal, but we've kind of touched on things as it is. The only thing I can mention is we're going to be we're tweaking my meds, adding a new one to try to address the sensory issues, because that seems to be the most debilitating symptom at this point, other than fatigue. See if addressing sensory issues will help with some of the fatigue. But yeah, that's basically where we're at. Just adding another med to my cocktail.
Yeah. Okay, so that takes care of all that. We want to thank everybody who commented. I didn't get to any of the comments this time. I did see them and I read them, and we thank you very, very much for
Yes.
them. I will try to get to them later.
I wasn't on as much as I would have liked because I had a bit of a rough week.
And so I will try to comment on those when I get the chance. No Zoom until, or whatever we do, until the second week. So
It would be live.
no,
this
the live,
time.
the live. So that's the
But
second,
that's the second.
the
week.
second Friday of the month of November,
And the Zoom is the last.
and the Zoom is the last. Don't forget to vote
Yes.
if you're in the United States and you were voting Tuesday. So that's coming up for us.
I did it by absentee ballot. So
I have to go tomorrow after
it's
church.
very difficult for me to leave the house, and if I do it, there's no guarantee that I'll have the ability to think very well.
Yeah, yeah,
So that would make it actually detriment.
right. So and so just keep an eye on the shops, and if you want to try and get an order in for the bags, you can always check the threads to see if it's still open. And thank you to everybody who already ordered. We appreciate that, and I'm going to get those off to Ann soon. We want to thank the people who did comment. Wendy, who's MacGyver, sort of. Lefty Crochet and Mirror Knits. Looney Hiker, Brittany, Paula, Kara, and Chronically Crocheting. Anybody else I didn't see because I got my show notes over here before that. Thank you very much for commenting. We really appreciate it. Thank you for all the activity in the threads.
Yes.
Appreciate that. We want to wish you a very wonderful, blessed week full of knitting, crocheting, crafting, whatever it is that makes your heart happy. And we hope to see you here for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 477, and that's a wrap.
Bye.